Myself, our driver that day was Chase Anderson, and our captain, Brian Notice, responded to a report of an 8-year-old boy that had gone underwater for an undisclosed amount of time. The lifeguard had pulled him up to the surface. CPR had been in progress. It was up for debate as to whether or not breathing had successfully started again and or whether or not a pulse had been regained. Our pediatric victim was located on the far side of the pool, to which we got around and determined that 3 individuals had done the overwhelming bulk of the work at that time. Had brought him to the surface, gotten him to the side, initiated CPR, made the phone call to dispatch. A lot of the patients we see in these type of environments don't have much of a chance of survival at all, so the impact they made there immediately made all the difference in the patient's survival.
It's one of those things in life you don't really expect to ever be called to action or called to duty, but thankful to have been there and able to do it, and the recognition is just something that, we'll cherish and honor.
It's a huge honor, but I'm just thrilled that he's okay.
Nothing like this has obviously ever happened to me before, so it's like really cool to be honored and recognized for it.
Katie McVeigh, stand.
I don't necessarily deserve it because I was just doing my job, but in the end I'm just happy that Ian is safe, but it's like your fight or flight mode goes into action, and I was like, okay, this is what I have to do, this is what my training was for, and luckily I had the paramedic and physician's assistant to help me. Don't know what I would have done without them there, and I'm grateful that they were there.
Playing with my daughter's just 10 feet away, and I have my back turned, and I hear the lifeguard yell out something along the lines of drowning, and so I turn around, and almost immediately I see her starting to come up with this boy, and she was in the deep end. I'm pretty tall, so I ran him out of the pool from that point, and we started CPR. And about an hour later, I have a close friend that works at the ER there, and he told me that Ian was doing totally fine with no deficits. I made him double and triple check the name. I didn't believe him. It was one of the happiest days of my life.
And I do primary care, so I'm a family medicine physician assistant, so I don't really expect to be on calls on weekends, but you're always ready. But and as many times as you do CPR, classes, or you do it in the ER in the hospital setting, you just don't expect to do it in your home, and you don't expect to do it on a kid. But again, I'm thankful for the training and experience, and thankful we were there. Be trained, keep your CPR certification up, watch your kids, and always be ready to help and spring into action if needed.
Really watch your kids is the biggest takeaway, and and it never hurts to just take a CPR class. They're offered everywhere, and as you can see, that just because I'm a paramedic, the skills I did, anyone could do.
The more people we can get out there that are comfortable with the skills of doing CPR, that know the skills, and are able to kind of jump in these scenarios, the better. Today's day and age, it's occasionally even rare for people to do anything, either for fear of something going wrong and or just kind of being struck by inaction, a fear not knowing what to do. So the fact that these 3 were willing, there, and actually performed at that time made such a huge difference. I think it's important to kind of bring it full circle and make sure these people are recognized for their efforts.